everyone, it's Anthony Allen Ramos. Okay, so the Queen, Miranda Lambert, is putting out her first ever dance remix. It's Tequila Does, the Telemitry remix. And let me tell you, it is so fun. The music video is here and it's giving us exactly what we want. And I am so excited to be chatting with Miranda right now. How are you, Miranda?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm so good. I got to tell you, the first time I heard Tequila Does, I was actually sitting at your restaurant, Casa Rosa, eating chips and queso. That is the honest truth.
Well, that's perfect.
I know, right? But this video is so great. And I know that your brother and his husband were kind of a big part of this whole process. So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I've been doing this a long time. I'm 20 years in at this point, and I've never done a remix in my life. But I was doing a private event in 2020, and there was like a crowd of 40 people, and they were dancing. They were dancing to the original, like the wild card version of Tequila Does. And maybe on the plane home, I was talking to my manager, possibly under the influence of some alcohol, and I was like, we should do a remix. And she's like, what do you mean? You've never said anything like that before. And I was like, well, I don't know. They were dancing so much. Let's try it. So she called our friend Jesse Frazier, Telemitry, and he did this version of the song. And I was like, went over there to sing on it. And at first I was like, how do I sing on this? And he was like, just like yourself. And I was like, okay. And so I just loved how it turned out. So much fun, but I was a little nervous because I've never done anything like that. So I sent it to my brother Luke and Mark, his husband, and all their friends, because that's like their vibe, and they're dancers that go to the club and all that stuff. And so I'm like, how is this? Tell me your honest truth, because if you hate it, it goes away forever. And he was like, I love this. It is awesome, and you should put it out. And I was like, okay. So it gave me the confidence. Him and his friends and my brother-in-law, like they totally pushed me over the edge. And then I was sitting at my trailer park. I built a trailer park at my farm in Tennessee. And I had this idea, like, we should just shoot a video here of all the fun moments and all the, I don't know, just get my brother and all his friends came from Austin. A bunch of my Nashville friends came, and we just like partied and put it on film. And it was really, really fun. It's
so fun. And I gotta say, I mean, I love that you have your brother and all of his LGBTQ friends and all of that, but your husband and his brothers also, let me just tell you, whoever did the wardrobe for those guys, I approve of.
They literally asked me what to wear, and I go, not a lot. That's kind of your gig today. If you got it.
Did that take any kind of convincing, or was he down to do it, just whatever you want?
It was fun. You know what? I was worried about my brothers-in-law. I was like, do you think Patrick and Casey would come do this? So it was a lot of family, and that made it even more fun and more special, because it was like coming together with Brendan's brothers and my brother and his I can't ever say it, LGBTQ family.
You got it.
And I just like, I also feel like as a country artist, I get to lift them up, and I get to stand on that platform with them. And it makes me so happy. And the fact that all of our friends came together, all kinds of kinds were in this video, it just makes me really, really proud and humbled. And also there's so much fun. Like my friend April made up a TikTok dance. So we spent like 4 hours working on that. It's my first TikTok anything. I accidentally called it TikTok. And so we're just using that as a hashtag.
I saw that on your Instagram. I love that. But it's so funny. You said, because your allyship is so important. And I think back and I remember the photo of you at Pride in New York City in 2019. It was you and your husband and your brother. How, why is it so important for you? I mean, of course, having a family member, but, I think, not all country artists come forward and say, that they support LGBTQ people, which I think we're in a moment of change. But why is it so important for you?
I do think we're the moment of change, and I have so much to learn. I mean, obviously, I'm always sensitive. Like, I always call my brother. I'm like, I'm going to make sure I say the right things. And I know I'm uneducated, but I'm full of love. And so if I say the wrong things or don't use the right language, it only comes from a place of me trying to learn like all these new ways. And, I think, being in a family where I'm surrounded by LGBT, I go on tour with Little Big Town. So I call LBT. So that's what comes out of my mouth.
We love Little Big Town too.
I know. Yeah. I'm like, Little Big Town, Q, and all the other letters. I love all of you. but it's, it's me learning and me figuring out how I can be part of the change and be part of the community and still be the same person I've been as an artist for 20 years. I don't see why those worlds can't mesh. I speak up about things I care about, which are people and animals. And so if I can be part of this change in any way, whether it's rescues or whatever it is, I always want to do that.
I love that. People and animals are also my thing, and I love that. But thinking about, it's got to be for your brother so fun to work on this project. But for me, as someone who's of the community, I know when you come out, it can be really scary. So I imagine for him to have your support when he did come out, and it's got to be just, so impactful. Do you remember that moment and just kind of wanting to be there for him?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely for a family, you all go through that together and you support in whatever way you can. And it's always a journey, as you know. But the fact that we've grown so much, I mean, we've come a long way from him struggling and figuring that out to now, like, being in this video with me. It's been a really cool sibling bonding for us and cool for our family, to be honest with you, because I mean, it's not an easy road all the time. And so like this whole process and being with Luke and all of his friends and, they come to my shows and we get to hang out and love each other and they teach me a lot because like I said, I'm trying to learn. Me and my mom are always like, what do we say now? What's the new thing we're supposed to say? But more importantly, it's just being with great people and loving them no matter what shape, size, color, anything, So I recorded a song, a couple records back called All Kinds of Kinds. And I recorded that because of my brother. And I feel like I'm just getting to live that every day more and more. And the song means more to me as the years go on and the more I learn. And so I'm thrilled and I'm so happy about this video because it's like oozing fun.
I love it. Maybe All Kinds of Kind can be the next remix. Who knows? Which is, you can bring it back out. I do think with Nashville right now, thinking about TJ Osborne, Brothers Osborne, they're such a big act. Him coming out, we have, Lily Rose, who's getting played on the radio. She's out too. Do you feel that Nashville is becoming a more accepting and welcoming place for people that are LGBTQ?
I think it is, and I love that, and I'm really close with TJ. In fact, we were texting about the video.
Does he like it?
Yeah, he does. Well, he especially like the McLaughlin brothers. Like, how could you not? I'm like, that's ridiculous. But no, it's very cool to me that there is change in the air and that these people are being so brave to be like, this is who I am. I know Brooke Eden is another one. And so I'm like, this is awesome. Like, why were we so bogged down, or why did we care so much? Like, this is just people being who they are. If we love their music, we can love whoever they are, no matter what. And so, if I can be like a teeny part of that, I'm so thankful. And I'm thankful to my brother because he's the one that sort of opened my eyes and is teaching me more about everything. It's so much to learn. And it's such a cancel culture. I get really nervous when I'm like, I want to offend somebody, which that's kind of hard to do. You offend people no matter what you do. But I'm just thankful to like learn and be part of it and like having this fun moment to sort of shine a spotlight on it in a cool way. That was really something. This is a point in my career, like talking to you right now. It's like something it's like a mile marker for me. I've been doing it 20 years, but like certain things feel like a shift. And I love that feeling because it's a shift in a great direction.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, no, 20 years, that's crazy because I have listened to you since the very beginning. So I love that we're at this point. Before I let you go, I think you, with your platform, it's so wonderful that you're showing support for your brother, for the community. And I think, with, you being from Texas, living in Tennessee, specifically with those states, there are people that are trying to put forth, things that would limit the rights of LGBTQ people, specifically youth, which is crazy. What would you say in response to that? Because I know obviously you feel passionately that everyone should be equal.
I do. I just think they should be equal. I think that it shouldn't even be a question. I truly do. I mean, I never get into any kind of politics or anything, but this to me is not political. It's just about people loving each other and supporting each other. And that has nothing to do with anything but your heart. So I'm full on, y'all do y'all. I love
that. And I gotta say, I love that you supported one of my favorite things is the neon cowboy hat. that you wear?
The best.
Yes, and I have the orange one, and like I think it's so great, and they're such a great company. So I love that you featured them in there. That's awesome.
It's adorable, and I'm like, I can't wear this all the time. I have to pick my moments because it really needs to be special. That's a Casa Rosa moment.
Yes, absolutely. Well, Miranda, thank you so much for the chat. Thank you so much for the support for the community, and thank you for this music video and this remix. Everyone, you can stream and watch Tequila Does, the Telemitry remix right now. And let me tell you, you'll be happy that you did.